amount of traction that Robert F. Kennedy is getting. He's back on Instagram. He forced his way back onto Instagram. The amount of traction he is getting. The election is November of next year, and this dude's polling over 20% without any mainstream media exposure. And the establishment solution to Robert F. Kennedy, what it seems like right now, is the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, Jamie Dimon. The idea that these people are so disconnected that they think that what we need right now is the CEO of the largest bank in the country to be the president is insane. Like, to be that disconnected from the American population is truly impressive. And I really liked what RFK had to say. I think, the only probably disagreement I have with him when he speaks has to do with Israel. But at the end of the day, I don't really care that much. Like, I don't like what's happening with Israel and Palestine. I wish we could sort something out. At the end of the day, I got to worry about here first, right? If we were so chill here and everything was good and life was good and we could like really had the bandwidth to be super concerned with what's happening in Israel, yeah, okay, maybe then it would be a little bit different. But at this point, it's like I don't. There's more to deal with here, and I'm sorry to say that. I'm sorry for the Palestinian people. It's complicated. I don't like it, but at the end of the day, it's not a deal breaker for me. I'm worried about domestic politics. I'm worried about this country. I'm worried about the future that my daughter has. That's where I'm at. And the way that he's talking, what he wants to do, where he wants to invest his time, what he's willing to engage with seem to be matters of substance. And I appreciate that he keeps bringing those up over and over again. The mother went to the border. He went to the border and talked. The Democrat went to the border and called it a humanitarian crisis because it is. That says something. This is speaking to people. You think DeSantis can't win. If it was DeSantis and RFK, DeSantis cannot win against Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He cannot. Because so many of the people who voted for Trump, right? So many of those folks who voted for Trump are upset with the things that Robert F. Kennedy is speaking about. Overreach of the FBI, bloated spending in all over the place, right? A complete misallocation of priorities. Like, these are things that DeSantis will not fix. DeSantis will increase the military budget, get him on a debate stage, and hear DeSantis argue for increasing the military budget. We're not at war right now. Do you think DeSantis is going to stop the war in Iraq? Sorry, excuse me. I'm living in 2005 again. Is he going to stop the war in Ukraine? Does he have the competence to do so? And the foresight to do that? Or is he too beholden to Lockheed Martin? Do you really trust him to do that? Really? You do trust a guy who worked at Guantanamo Bay to hold the military spending to account? Of course not. There's no reason to. On top of the fact that Trump's going to rub it in his face. So, yeah, I mean, I love what Robert F. Kennedy said on the Twitter Spaces, and I really appreciate that they did that for him. I think they're using that leverage well. I think announcing your candidacy on Twitter Spaces is a mistake, Ron DeSantis. But I think making an announcement and then going to a Twitter Space is really quality. And we're seeing this, man. We're seeing more people in Hollywood, which does help. Kelly Slater, Alicia Silverstone, which is really funny. More and more folks. And I think it's going to gain traction. I mean, I don't see another way. Like, without him as president, I will lose so much hope in this country. And I'm already, walking a tightrope there.